What does it feel like to meditate? Well, it's bloody awesome. Right, catch you later. That's comnutmeditation@gmail. No, never mind. I'm just being a dick. What does it feel like to meditate? It's such a huge question, and it's kind of loaded. And it's also kind of unfair. But we'll hopefully get to that if I remember. So I need to go into a little bit of how the technique feels first. As we use the technique, as we practice the mantra, and it deepens, and we begin to lose sense of our persona until eventually the ego dissolves. We hit this place called transcendence in a lot of places that cannot be marked by time. This is all subjective experience. There's nothing I can prove to you from here on in, by the way, so this is pure conjecture based on experience. But for me, what happens is I start saying the mantra, and then all of a sudden the persona begins to quiet, and then eventually the ego completely silences and the inner monologue dies. And when you have no inner monologue, when you don't have thoughts, when your thoughts are gone, you have no way to mark time. You have an overwhelming sense of oneness, of authenticity, continuity, and in touch with a reality that's more real than reality. Yeah, I'm just saying that's what it feels like. I'm not saying that that's what it is. I'm just saying that that's the experience of it would lead you to conclude that if you were so inclined. But for me, I think bliss does pretty good. Bliss is calm, like the Talking Heads line, heaven is a place where nothing ever happens. That is the truth. The heaven is unending stillness and peace. It's not harp concerts. But I mean, so in terms of the senses, as you begin to meditate, your muscles relax, and then your face relaxes, and then if you're doing it right, you may even slump a little bit, like your posture may change. But that's because you're beginning to relax so much that you've lost even the perception of your limbs and where they're sitting and how taut they are or how loose they are. You kind of lose track of your own body. And at the best moments of meditation, you begin to enter this state where the temporal lobe becomes really active, and you kind of start walking the line between dreaming and waking state. And this is where the fun begins, because you can have your little own psychedelic journey going on twice a day when you get to this stage. I'll tell you a little anecdote. I had this one meditation on a Sunday, and I just remember this straight river, perfectly straight, as if it had been landscaped, and I'm seeing this as a dream, like in the same sort of fidelity you would see a dream, the same depth of colour. And I'm seeing this picture of Mount Fuji, and I'm like, wow, that's awesome. And the river, this perfectly straight river with these like very sort of picturesque green banks on either side, like really cartoonish, like completely implausible. And then Mount Fuji at the back, and this huge white gold fire emblazoned eye. And I was like, okay, that's kind of messed up. And not in my head, though, I wasn't thinking thoughts. It's just my reaction to it when I came out and remembered it. I thought, that's kind of messed up. But Mount Fuji became suddenly two-dimensional and fell backwards, as if it was like a set of scenery. And I don't remember what happened after that. It's like Mount Fuji fell, the eye disappeared, I think, and then after that I was gone, and there's lots of little times I've had like this in meditation where people have reported to me as well that they've had visions, or visions sounds like it's divinely inspired, but it's not. It's you're mediating between your conscious mind and your unconscious mind. It's like you're having a sort of Jungian dialogue between who you think you are and who you actually are, and the sensation of it is bliss, is an overwhelming sensation. It's love for sure, but it's beyond love. It's something that love is certainly a part of, but is not is dwarfed by. Love is dwarfed by this particular sensation, and I'm not sure that that's something that can be easily attained in meditation or not. I believe that to be something that came regular experiences of like overwhelming bliss, I think, started to arrive for me about 3 to 6 months into practicing. And this is the thing about it, like useful meditation is a practice. It's something you learn over a period of time. It's almost, you're learning to, that's maybe a good thing to say, you're signing up to master your consciousness in the same way one might look to master an instrument. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave this about 7 minutes so that most normal people will want to watch it. But yeah, I mean, it really does. Useful feels amazing when it's done right, and there's so many other aspects to it as well, with the self-inquiry, which manages to take that bliss out into the real world if you do it properly. And then obviously the triggers and such. But anyway, I'd very much like to invite you all to come and look for Useful on Facebook instead of the email this time. It's the Facebook group, come up Useful Meditation Club. I'll put the thing. I'll put the thing in the goodly doodle with the thingamajig with it down in the box. Anyway, thanks very much, people, and I wish you all the very best. Take care.